Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dog Solid channel. Today we are going over the top 10 pros and cons of the Bernedoodle to help you determine if they are the right dog for you. Watch the video all the way to the end to get the bonus content. This designer breed is a crossbreed between the Poodle and Bernese mountain dog. The Bernedoodle is a relatively newer hybrid, with its origin dating back to the early 2000s. The Bernedoodle inherits its clever goofiness from the Poodle and its loyalty from the Bernese. This crossbreed was created to be the perfect companion dog and to be by your side. It is said that the Bernedoodle's only purpose in life is to be your best friend. Without further ado, let's dive into the top 10 pros of owning the Bernedoodle. Number 1, temperament. Because the Bernedoodle is cross combination of two different breeds, it can have a combination of both parent breeds. How much of each personality will appear in your Bernedoodle depends entirely on the amount of each breed that is involved in the cross. Even Bernedoodle puppies from the same litter will tend to show different characteristics. Experts and owners generalize the Bernedoodle's temperament as smart, loving, less high-strung unlike the Poodle, and goofy. Some Bernedoodles will inherit their personality from the Poodle and will be extremely playful and energetic, while other will take after the Bernese and be more calm, but stubborn and headstrong. Number 2, family dog. Like a lot of other Poodle mixes, the Bernedoodle is known to make an excellent family pet. The Bernedoodle inherits its gentleness from the Bernese mountain dog, which was dubbed as the gentle giant. The Bernedoodle gets along well with children due to its playful nature. However, it is important to properly instruct children on how to correctly interact with the Bernedoodle, especially the miniature Bernedoodles that may injure more easily. The Bernedoodle tends to get along with other dogs and animals, but it is important to socialize them at a young age and continue to socialize them so that they remain comfortable around other animals. Number 3, hypoallergenic properties. This goofy designer breed is known for being hypoallergenic. As stated with my other Poodle mixed dog videos, the American Kennel Club writes that there's no such thing as a completely hypoallergenic dog breed. The AKC lists the Poodle as one of the top breeds that is more suitable to those who suffer from allergies. And because the Bernedoodle is an offspring of the Poodle, it too will be the perfect dog for those who suffer from allergies. The Bernedoodle are low shedders, and if it has more percentage of the Poodle in its genes, the less it will shed. F1B puppies are considered the best generation for those who have a problem with allergies. The F1B is a Bernedoodle bred with a Poodle, so the Bernese gene is diluted to 25%, whereas the non-shedding Poodle gets a 75% stake in the FB1 Bernedoodle's ancestry. Just as a precaution, if you do suffer from allergies, you want to make sure that you spend time with the Bernedoodle before you purchase, just to make sure that the Bernedoodle is perfect for you. Number 4, protective guard dogs. Some Bernedoodles have the characteristic to be great guard dogs. They inherit this gene from the Bernese mountain dogs who are bred to be nightly guard dogs for their flock and would fend off any predators. Many Bernedoodle owners report that their dogs are very protective over the family unit. Some Bernedoodles can tend to be very weary of strangers and can become overprotective and may need additional training if they begin to bite. Majority of Bernedoodles are intelligent enough to develop a sense of what's an actual threat and what's a normal interaction. Also to note, not all Bernedoodles make great guard dogs, since they are extremely friendly and susceptible to tummy rubs. It just all depends on what traits your Bernedoodle inherits. Number 5, intelligent. Most people don't know that the Poodle is recognized as the second most intelligent dog breed behind the Border Collie, while the Bernese Mountain Dog is ranked at number 27 in IQ. Therefore, the Bernedoodle can be pretty intelligent, considering the influence of its crossbreeds. Bernedoodles are very smart and can quickly pick up on new tricks, as well as remember their previous training. Number 6, love for the outdoors. The Bernedoodle loves outdoor activities and will be more than happy to join you on a hike or a morning jog. Although some Bernedoodles are large in size, they are known to be excellent swimmers. It is recommended that the Bernedoodle needs at least a half hour of moderate exercise every day to stay healthy and happy. Bernedoodles, just like any dog breed, need sufficient mental and physical stimulation to promote a happy and healthy lifestyle. Number 7, indoor friendly. Don't let the size of the Bernedoodle fool you into thinking that these are backyard dogs, because they are not. The Bernedoodle doesn't require much personal space as long as their moderate needs for physical and mental stimulation are met. Tiny and miniature Bernedoodles are more suited to apartment life, while the standard Bernedoodles does better with a nice yard to run around. Number 8, beautiful colored coats. White, black, and brown are the solid combination that the Bernedoodle comes in. Other patterns of the Bernedoodle are a black and white combination, often called the Oreo pattern, and a black and brown pattern. The most popular pattern and the most difficult to achieve is the tricolor, or sable, which is a pattern of black, white, and brown. The new color of merle, which displays itself as marbled white and gray pattern on a black coat, is starting to rise in popularity. Puppies with this very rare coat type are usually the most expensive due to their scarcity. Most Bernedoodle have very long, wavy coats that shed minimally, as mentioned earlier. The Bernedoodle comes in a different variety of sizes, and this will be dependent on whether the crossbreed of the Poodle is standard, miniature, or toy. The standard Bernedoodles will usually be between 23 and 29 inches tall and 70 to 90 pounds in weight. The miniature Bernedoodles can range from 8 to 22 inches tall and 25 to 49 pounds in weight. Finally, the toy Bernedoodles tend to be between 12 and 17 inches tall and 10 to 24 pounds in weight. The benefit of the different Bernedoodle sizes is that the dog owners can select what size suits your living circumstances or your lifestyle. Number 10, lifespan. The lifespan of the Bernedoodle is estimated to be between 12 and 15 years, and some even believe that this crossbreed can live beyond 17 plus years. Since the Bernedoodle is still a fairly new breed, experts are still learning about their lifespans. The lifespan of the Bernedoodle might vary slightly in the different sizes of the breed. The toy Bernedoodle tends to live much longer than that of the standard size. Well, that wraps up the top 10 pros. Now let's get into these cons, and there are only 5, and it will be quick. Number 1, separation anxiety. The Bernedoodles are your typical Velcro dog, and they want to be by your side all the time. Due to this characteristic, most Bernedoodles will tend to suffer from separation anxiety if left alone by itself for too long. This is not the right dog for you if you are unable to spend a considerable amount of time with them, and the Bernedoodle can even become destructive if they are not watched. Number 2, grooming. Since the Bernedoodle are low shedding dogs, you don't have to worry about the vacuuming, but you will have to worry about grooming. Bernedoodles are dogs that will require a lot of grooming. They usually require daily brushing to remove dead hair, dirt, and debris from their coat to prevent the hair from becoming matted and tangled. It can also prevent infections from starting. Grooming the Bernedoodle can be a chance for the two of you to bond, and the sooner you introduce your buddy to brushing, the more accepting they'll become of it and the fewer mats you'll have to deal with. Only give your doodle a bath every few months because you want to avoid stripping the natural oils away that keep the coat and skin moisturized. Have your Bernedoodle professionally groomed every 3 to 4 months, unless you've got some serious grooming skills, to keep them looking like their Bernedoodle best. The groomer can also make sure their ears are healthy and free from infection and keep their nails trimmed and tidy. Number 3, difficult to train. Even though the Bernedoodle is highly intelligent, they have a reputation for being difficult to train. The Bernedoodle can experience a stubborn and headstrong trait at the early puppy stage, which can increase the difficulty in training them. It takes a lot of commitment to train a Bernedoodle, and that's why they are not recommended for first-time owners. The Bernedoodles are intelligent, but they approach training with a "what's in it for me" attitude, in which case you'll need to use rewards and games to teach them to want to comply with your requests. Number 4, needs larger space. Due to Bernedoodle being loyal and affectionate for their family, they are far better suited as indoor dogs. Ideally, small places just won't do. You will need to use your best judgment when choosing if the Bernedoodle is right for you based upon your living space. If you do happen to live in an apartment, then the miniature Bernedoodle might be for you. Just keep in mind to give them plenty of daily exercise in order to avoid behavioral problems. Number 5, expensive. You will have to dig deep in your pockets if you want to buy a Bernedoodle. Be prepared to pay out anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000 for a Bernedoodle from a reputable breeder. The average cost of a Bernedoodle is probably closer to $4,000. Here are some factors that can drastically impact the cost of a Bernedoodle. Generation type, coat, color, the tricolor will be the most expensive, size, breeder reputation, geographic location, maintenance cost. The most important factor is finding a quality breeder so that you won't have to shell out more money for an unhealthy pup. Since the Bernedoodle is somewhat of a newer breed, you might have some problems finding a local breeder, and you will have to be open to travel. Beware that all Bernedoodles are not created equal, so you should be weary if you see one ranging from $800 to $1,500. There are other options for a Bernedoodle if the price is too steep for you. Try checking out rescue shelters that cater to poodle mixes. Well, that wraps up the top 10 pros and cons for the Bernedoodle. As promised, next up is the bonus content if you watched all the way to the end of the video. Common health problems. The Bernedoodle is a relatively healthy crossbreed. The creation of the Bernedoodle was to develop a hybrid breed that eliminated the typical health issues of a purebred. Because the Bernedoodle has a much larger gene pool, it allows this breed to less likely develop congenital conditions than other purebred dogs. Also, because the Bernedoodle hasn't been around for a very long time, so health knowledge about this crossbreed is still somewhat limited. With all that being said, the Bernedoodle can still be prone to developing conditions that affects all breeds. Here are some of the conditions that the Bernedoodle can be predisposed to: hip dysplasia, elbow dysplasia, skin issues such as allergies and hot spots. Additionally, different types of Bernedoodles have different health concerns. For example, the F1B Bernedoodle or the tiny Bernedoodle could be at more risk of developing digestive diseases and immune system diseases due to their higher percentage of poodle genes. Similar issues with bones can often pester dogs who take after their Bernese parent. The Australian Bernedoodle. I thought that I would give you a snippet about the Australian Bernedoodle, as it is often thought that it is the same dog as the Bernedoodle. The Australian Bernedoodle is a mixture between the Bernese Mountain Dog and an Australian Labradoodle. The Australian Bernedoodle has a lot of different dogs mixed inside of its bloodline. The intent of the Australian Bernedoodle, just like any other poodle mix, was created to produce a dog that was intelligent, trainable, and gentle with a non-shedding coat. You can't go wrong with either the Bernedoodle or Australian Bernedoodle. They both make great pets. Hopefully this video has provided you with enough information to see if these gentle giant teddy bears are the perfect dog for you. Thank you for watching this video, and check out my playlist on the different poodles mixes and other videos. The link is below in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Dog Solid channel, and I will see you in the next video.